Hi, I'm Congresswoman Schakowsky, representing the 9th District of Illinois, one of the most diverse districts in the country. This February, we once again celebrate Black History Month, a time to recognize the many achievements of the African American community and the central role that it has played in shaping U.S. history. We cannot let the victories earned by our Black heroes and heroines throughout history be rolled back. Chicago has long been a city producing great influencers in Black history. Before and after the Great Migration, when African Americans in the South moved north, many settling in Chicago to escape racial persecution. Our city has produced prominent African American change agents like Harold Washington, Barack and Michelle Obama, and Jean-Baptiste du Sable, the founder of the city of Chicago, just to name a few. Even today, Chicago still produces some of this country's most fierce and innovative African American leaders. This year, Black History Month must be a call to action to remember the men and women who risked and often gave their lives, and the individuals who continue to fight for progress. As we look back and recognize our nation's African American heroes who fought and won the battles that brought hard-earned progress, we must remain committed to honoring their memories with our action each and every single day. Too often the lives of African Americans are placed at higher risk if they dare to raise their voices to challenge the status quo and fight to make our country a more just, equal, and prosperous nation. With a president who sits in the White House spewing racism and bigotry and the constant attacks to suppress African American voting rights, it's important that we remember what the leaders and activists of yesterday and today stand for when challenging injustices that are inflicted on people of color every single day. Together, we must mobilize our forces to demand serious political change that ensures African Americans are not discriminated against in our criminal justice and law enforcement system, at the ballot box, and by our housing, health, and education policies. We must demand better jobs and better wages, and we must not stop until true and full equality is achieved in our country. We cannot afford to be bystanders when we see intolerance, abuse, and racism, whether that be in the classroom, the boardroom, the playground, or the Oval Office. Let us declare unequivocally that Black lives matter, and follow my dear friend, colleague, and civil rights icon, Congressman John Lewis's call to action to get into, as he says, good trouble. Thank you for listening, and happy Black History Month.